My name is Alina. The savannah feels like another planet, an ocean of tall grass, warm wind, dust rising like golden smoke, and a horizon so wide it almost swallows you. I came here as a wildlife photographer, seeking perspective, distance, maybe even escape. On my second evening, after a long drive through the reserve, the jeep stopped near a small hill. The sky was bleeding into shades of orange and pink, the sun hanging low like a burning coin. Everyone else climbed out with cameras ready, but I wandered a bit farther, craving quiet. Then someone stepped into the same patch of shade I had found. Soft, careful footsteps on dry ground. "Beautiful light," she said. I turned. A girl stood there with a camera slung around her shoulder, dark skin glowing in the sunset, hair wrapped in a light scarf, eyes the warm color of evening shadows. "Yeah," I said, suddenly aware of how close she was. "It is." She smiled, small, warm, unhurried. "I'm Naya. I guide tourist groups here, but I like coming out alone when I can." "I'm Alina, photographer." She nodded, studying me with gentle curiosity, like she saw something past the dust on my clothes and the exhaustion in my eyes. Together we watched a small herd of impalas move through the tall grass, their silhouettes sharp against the fading sky. I lifted my camera, but the moment was too soft to capture. Nia noticed. "Sometimes the best things aren't for photos," she whispered. The wind shifted, warm against our faces. Her scarf brushed lightly against my arm. Accidental, but something about it made my breath change. "You're far from home," she said softly. "So are you?" I asked. She shook her head. "This is home, but I haven't felt connected to it in a long time." The honesty in her voice surprised me. It echoed something inside my chest. As the sun dipped lower, she stepped a little closer, pointing toward the horizon. "Look, the elephants." A small family moved in the distance, silhouettes, slow and calm, their shapes massive yet peaceful. Nia watched them with quiet reverence, the wind lifting a few strands of hair from her scarf. I watched her. There was something grounding about her presence, calm, steady, as if she belonged to this land in a way I envied. When the sun finally melted into the earth, she turned to me with a gentle, searching look. "Stay for the campfire tonight," she said softly, "if you want." And for the first time in months, I felt something warm inside me say yes. Night falls fast in the savannah. One moment the horizon glows red. The next, the world is blue-black and full of stars sharper than anything you can see in cities. I found Nia sitting near the campfire, legs folded beneath her, hands wrapped around a metal cup. The flames lit her face in warm golds and shadows. "You came," she said, her voice soft and pleased. I sat beside her. The fire crackled. Distant hyenas called somewhere in the dark. The night air smelled like dust and acacia. We talked in low voices, the kind you only use at night when the world feels too big to speak loudly. She told me about growing up near the reserve, how she learned the land by following her grandfather, how she left for school in the city and returned only to feel strangely disconnected from both places. "And you?" she asked. "Why are you here alone?" I hesitated. Life felt noisy, too many expectations, too many people telling me who to be. She nodded slowly. "The savannah is honest. It doesn't ask you to be anything." A gust of warm wind brushed past us, carrying sparks up into the dark sky. Nia shifted closer, not touching me yet, but close enough that I felt her warmth. "You seem lighter here," she whispered. "So do you." We fell silent again, listening to the distant sounds of wildlife, the rhythmic chirping of insects, the occasional roar echoing far away. The night wrapped around us like a blanket. At one point, Naya lifted her face toward the sky. "Look," she said softly. The Milky Way. A band of stars stretched across the darkness like spilled silver dust. She leaned slightly toward me, her shoulder brushing mine, gentle, warm, intentional. "I like this," she said quietly. "Sitting with you." My heartbeat stumbled. Slow, soft, new. "I like it too," I whispered. For a long time, we stayed like that. Two women, inches apart, sharing warmth in a vast, ancient land. The fire flickered, casting dancing shadows across her face. Her eyes glowed softly, full of something unspoken but unmistakable. She exhaled, barely a breath. "Alina? This feels different." "It does." Nia's fingers brushed mine, tentative, like she was afraid to break the moment. I turned my hands slightly, letting our fingers touch fully. Her breath caught. Not a kiss, not a confession, just a quiet acknowledgement of something beginning under a sky big enough to hold it. The savannah hummed around us, alive, timeless, witnessing. And in that warm, starlit silence, I realized I didn't come here to run away. I came here to find something real. And I had.